Hey guys, Kevin Jessup here, Marketing Project Manager for Cerasis here at Fabtech. I'm going to be walking around with one of our sales guys, Mark Burdett, talking to some of the other guys that are over here with their own booths, talking to them about what it is that they do, what makes them cool and unique, and talking about different things that are important to them in their supply chain. Here we go.
This is Mark Burdett with Ceresus, and today I'm here with Jen at Sturdell Industries at booth 41006. And today we just kind of wanted to stop by, see what you have going on here, and if you could explain something kind of unique or individual about your company that some people watching the video might find interesting and want to come see you.
Sure. Okay, so we're a tool and mold steel supplier. I know mold is a little different for this show. That's kind of what we started out with. But we've branched out and we've added quite a bit of tool steels to our floor. This year alone, we brought in 700,000 pounds of D2 round bar. We go up to 18-inch diameter. That's a whole lot of steel. One of the things that we do also offer is additional machining. We get into blanchard grinding, surface grinding, squaring up edges and ends. I can turn rounds if needed. Little bit of first and second stage operations, and I have it all on the floor in Rochester, New York.
All right, New York girl. Okay,
Upstate.
Okay, upstate New York. So, for those of our viewers that kind of stumble onto us regarding, supply chain information, to kind of tie it back with what we do and something that might resonate with people in like industries. What are some supply chain or shipping department issues that you guys may have currently?
The major issue is, we have a couple. The first one is, we quote shipping in all of our jobs, and so we go to several different freight carriers to try to figure out, best option, whether it's pricing or the days in transit. So that requires a little bit of front-end effort. And then another problem that we have is if something gets lost, or we sell steel, it's heavy, tends to do a little bit of damage if it falls off a skid.
Absolutely.
We tend to have a couple freight carriers who repackage in their own special way our steel plates, and they get pretty damaged in shipment.
Okay.
So not being able to find where the stuff goes tends to be a problem. And when they want to put their own special touch on it, that seems to screw things up too. So.
Absolutely, yeah, and that's something in the supply chain industry that we hear and something that we definitely like to be able to help with if we can. But Jen, I thank you so much for your time. And once again, if anyone here is at Fabtech, come see Jen at Sturdell Industries at booth 41006. Thanks,
you.
Jen. All right, this is Mark Burdett with Ceresus here at Fabtech Day 3, and we're at booth 40706 with NSK. Talking here with Mike, we saw some really cool shiny stuff here, and we'd like to know a little bit more about it. So if you could tell us something that's kind of interesting, unique, or cool that you got here today.
Well, what we have that's moving around is our robotic ball screw, which is a robotic type of applications for pick and place. It's got a hollow bore and a double nut with a spline, and so it's able to do some interesting automation positioning.
Sure.
On down the line there we have a combination or a comparison between our monocarrier system, which is a linear guide ball screw combination, and a roller guide version of that. It has a higher load capacity than the normal system.
Okay.
And we're also highlighting our ball screws, our linear guides, and a system with for welding applications where we put a hard case cover over a linear guide system with an extended carriage, so it protects the carriage from welding slag.
Okay.
So that's kind of the scoop of what we have.
That's awesome.
Interesting stuff, lots of things moving around. And
absolutely, and we'll definitely want to film that. So to kind of tie back for the people who go to our blogs to find out more about like logistics and supply chain, what are any issues that you have regarding your shipping that people might be able to relate to?
Oh, well, it's Well, I can give you an example of something we had
Absolutely.
not long ago. We had a shipment going to a customer, and it was a rather large linear guide rail system, or rails, and the trucking company dropped the crate,
Oh no.
smashed it into a million pieces, and we had to go out and inspect the material, make sure it was still usable. And,
Did you end up having damage freight in that?
we had one rail that had to be replaced.
Okay,
Yes.
okay, yeah, and that's something that a lot of people can definitely relate to with damage freight, and always important to kind of have someone that can help you in that fact. But Mike, I really appreciate your time, and for people who are here at Fabtech, please come see Mike here at NSK, and come visit booth 40706. Thanks, Mike.
You're welcome.
This is Mark with Cerasis, and we're at booth 40712 with Aaron at Tykma Electronics.
Tykma Electronics, Aaron
Perfect,
Grimes.
thank you for
Thank
that.
you.
And so we were kind of walking by, we saw these cool machines you had and the stuff displayed in the case, especially that upper receiver.
Sure.
And
M16.
Exactly. Wanted to see what you had going on, or what's kind of cool or unique that you could tell us about today, what you have here.
Yeah, so we make industrial laser marking systems, and our systems are actually purchased and integrated into manufacturing facilities for manufacturers in any industry you can imagine. So it could be electronics, medical components, tooling, automotive, aerospace, you name it. We even have in our display case actually a children's binky. We have a company that does personalization on those. So our lasers make a permanent mark on metals and all plastics. So our clients use them from everything from traceability, serial numbers, lot codes, so they can trace them back to manufacturer, data manufacturer, all the way through aesthetic marking. So sometimes it's decorational, company logo, branding, that type of stuff. So we're showcasing our machines, and we have a sample case with some different applications we've solved over the years.
Absolutely, and a lot of that I know is very important, especially with tracking in certain industries.
Absolutely.
So for the people that kind of follow us in our blogs, what could you tell us regarding your supply chain that maybe you have difficulties with?
There's a variety of things. I mean, I would say there's always onesie-twosie things that come up, you know, like sometimes stuff gets unexpectedly delayed, lost. Sometimes we have issues with some of our shippers, I won't name names on that, but
Sure.
where they'll make a mistake and it seems to be you can't find the person who can fix it, whether it's an account credit or something like that. Somebody says they'll fix it and then it doesn't get fixed, and then you call the next day and it's someone you've never even talked to. But I think one of the things we see most often, one of the things that I've seen that's been challenging from the beginning is, as we started to ship more internationally and we sell our products, they go all over the world now. You know, we have probably, I'd say we're in 35 to 40 different countries at least where people have our equipment. Every single country kind of has its own way. They like to see things from a custom standpoint, how the paperwork's filled out, what kind of documentation you have. And it's always difficult to navigate that and figure out, okay, I want to make sure I ship my stuff over there and it's stuck somewhere for 2 weeks.
Right.
And then, you know, one guy, you know, one day you get the guy that's like, oh yeah, this looks good, signature go. And then the next day you get the person that comes in and they're like, this little one line is not perfect, we're not going to accept this, and they send you the paperwork back. So stuff like that's frustrating, I think, sometimes, especially when your clients are, you know, really excited, the machine's on the way, and then they can't get it, you know, it's down the road and stuck. Customs, I think, in the different countries, it'd be nice to see like a more better standardized system worldwide for dealing with that, imports
Absolutely.
and exports and stuff. So.
Yeah, and I think that's really important, you know, for logistics companies to have that accountability and transparency and able to work out those problems together.
Absolutely, yeah.
But Aaron, we really appreciate your time.
Thank you guys. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you. And once again, for anyone here who's at Fabtech, come see Aaron here with Tykma Electronics at booth 40706.
Yeah, you can check us out on the web. We're on Instagram, Tykma Laser Marking. See some cool videos of what we do if you're interested in it. And permanentmarking.com, made in the USA.
Perfect. Thank you, Aaron.
Thank you, guys.
Awesome.
Look at me, and then if you could zero down here when I'm cutting through.
Okay. So Bill Doringer Cold Saws.
The name of the company is Doringer Cold Saws.
Doringer Cold
My name is
Saws.
not Bill Doringer, which everybody calls me.
Bill, and then 41104. Okay.
We manufacture the Dorringer cold saws. We have 3 different models. This is our biggest seller, Dorringer D350, 14-inch cold saw. Cuts steel, stainless steel, aluminum. Slow RPM, it's safe, gives you a real clean, accurate finish. Very, very little burr on it. Ours is one of the few saws that's actually made in this country. It's the cheapest, fastest, safest, most economical way to cut steel. I'll just do a quick demo on it. The piece comes off cold, clean, very, very little burr on it. We manufacture saw in Los Angeles. We ship all over the country. We're talking about freight. My only problem with freight is I've been trying to sell a saw to a customer for 6 months. He finally calls me up today and says, I want you to ship it today. I need it today. And so I need it to be shipped expeditiously across the entire United States. It's class 92.5, 800 pounds. We only ship LTL, but freight's very, very important to us. And we need good freight companies to get our product in a timely basis to the customer.
Absolutely.
And we have the finest, longest warranty, best made cold saw in the world.
Awesome. Well, Bill, we really appreciate you showing us that, and thank you for your time. Once again, for the people watching or here at Fabtech, come to booth 41104 and see Dorringer cold saws. And we appreciate your time and the information regarding your supply chain.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you.
Guys.